90% sure I got a tom roosted back in the corner where I shot the bird the other day. I was out yesterday morning. We've had one day in between. And there was a big thunderstorm. Started pouring, so I wouldn't have been able to get it on video anyways. But they ended up roosting up on the hill. I didn't roost them the night before. And they were probably about 500-600 yards from me in the pouring rain, so I didn't have time to get on them. They're in a place where I couldn't really hunt them. But last night I swung through and they were back down in this corner again, so I'm assuming they're gonna roost right in that same area. But there's a chance they skip back up the hill. I got out of here a little earlier than I should have. Only one way to find out. They're doing that same thing where they just sit back in that corner. It's 5:30. I'm supposed to be to work by 7:30, so might have to make a move on them if they don't start moving this way. Quick little update. I ran back to the truck. Gotta strut our decoy. I don't have too much time left to pull him over here. I kind of snuck it out there, and the Tom was eyeballing it. He was looking at it, but it wasn't enough to make him come running over. I don't think he's scared of it, though. same loop they've been doing. I gotta get up there. Well, it's not typically how I like to hunt them. He didn't come to a call at all. I had to sneak around on him. We started on that corner. The hens came in, but he hung back. And then they kind of moved away again. They've just been running loops in the back corner doing that same thing all morning. Then I crept up and got to this spot, and he was within range once, again, through the trees. But I didn't have a good shot, didn't have a video. Today is my last day to hunt New York, so I figured I was gonna do pretty much whatever it took to get my second bird. So when they moved off, I poked back out and got on that little corner, and that's just where I set the camera, because I knew they were coming back, but I knew I couldn't get the camera up where I was sitting and not get seen. I'm surprised they didn't bust me earlier when they came out in that field. I was just tucked up under this as best I could, and I was gonna let him get as close as he was gonna go.
and those hens off to the side must have seen me. I couldn't even see what they were doing because the top of my hat was blocking my view to them. I could just see those couple of hens that were right over there. I saw those hens come with him, and I figured it was about 50 yards. I paced it on the way back, and it was like 55, which is kind of pushing it for my gun. But obviously it was a pretty good shot because he didn't move. But I just kind of figured it was now or never. I got to get to work. I didn't have the time to fool around with him any longer, so I pulled up and I took the shot and got it done. And this one's a little bigger than my other New York bird. Not huge, just a young tom. Rounded spurs. I think he might have a smaller beard. Probably about the same size. 8 something, close to 9, but they're both real thin beards. Weight wise, he's definitely feels a little bit heavier than my last turkey. Still just a little fella. I'll take it. Glad I got it done and got a little more meat in the freezer. So it's a good morning.